Let's take a look at adding fractions. We'll look at adding fractions with like denominators as well as adding fractions with unlike denominators. We'll start with adding proper fractions. To add proper fractions, we want to first make sure that we have like denominators, and once we have like denominators, we will add the numerators and then simplify the resulting fraction. Now, let's take a look at some examples. I'll start off with adding proper fractions with like denominators. So if I had something like 3 over 4 plus 2 over 4, what this means is that because denominators are like denominators, I can just add the numerators, so that's the same as 3 plus 2 over 4, which gives us 5 over 4. Let's take a look at another example. 7 over 15 plus 2 over 15. Similar to the previous example, because we have like denominators, we can add the numerators. So 7 plus 2. So this is going to give us 9 over 15. So now that we have 9 over 15, we can simplify this. So we divide this by 3 and divide this by 3. So this gives us 3 over 5. Now let's take a look at some fractions that have unlike denominators. Let's start with 1/2 plus 1/3. So in this case, we have unlike denominators. So what we need to do is we need to find the least common denominator of 2 and 3. And because these are prime numbers, we can simply multiply the denominators together. So that would give us 2 times 3, which is 6. So let's take note of this. LCD is 6. So what we're going to do now is look for a way to create equivalent fractions for 1 over 2 and 1 over 3 with a denominator of 6. So the question you want to ask yourself is, what do I need to multiply 2 by to get to 6? The answer would be 3. So what you would now do is you would multiply by 3 to get the 6, and then you also multiply by 3, because you want to make sure that the fraction you get when reduced gets you to where you started off with. And then the same happens for 3 here. We need to multiply that by 2. So we have 3 times 2 and then 1 times 2. So this is going to give us 3 over 6 plus 2 over 6. This is going to give us, like we did for like denominators, we now have 5 over 6. Let's try a few more examples. Let's try 3 over 7 plus 8 over 21. So now let's look at the least common denominator for 7 and 21. So let's look at this here. 7, we have 1 times 7. 21, we have 1 times 3 times 7. So your LCD is going to be 1 times 3 times 7, which is 21. So our LCD is 21. Now what we need to do, next step, is we need to create equivalent fractions where necessary. So we can see 7 here multiplied by 3 will give us 21. So we have to multiply numerator and denominator by 3 so that we can have the equivalent fraction. So this is 3 times 3 times 3, and because we already have 21 here, we don't need to do anything here at this point. So this is going to give us 9 over 21 plus 8 over 21, and like we said earlier, because the denominators are common, we can add the numerators. So this is going to give us 17 over 21. Now let's try one final example. Final example here would be 5 over 18 plus 19 over 72. So, like we did earlier, we have unlike denominators. So what we're going to do is we're going to look for the LCD of 18 and 72. So 18 is going to give us 2 times 3 squared. 72 is going to give us 2 to the power of 3 times 3 squared, which has a LCD of, we're going to pick all the factors here. So we have 2 and we have 3, then we pick the greatest exponent. So that's this and this. So this is going to give us 72. So what do we need to multiply 18 by to get to 72? That would be 4. So what we're going to end up with is 5 times 4 over 18 times 4 plus 19 over 72. So this is going to give us 20 over 72 plus 19 over 72. So we're going to add numerator and numerators together because we have a common denominator. So we have 20 plus 19, which is going to give us 39 over 72. And we can simplify this by dividing by 3. So we divide this by 3 and divide this by 3. This is going to give us 13 over 24. So that's how you add proper fractions together. Next, we will be looking at improper fractions. We're going to apply the same method. Remember, an improper fraction is one in which your numerator is larger than your denominator. So we're going to start off with like denominators, and then we'll go ahead to unlike denominators. So let's start off with like denominators. 5 over 3 plus 9 over 3. Okay, we have like denominators, so what we have is 5 plus 9, which is going to give us 14 over 3. Another example, 6 over 5 plus 11 over 5. This is going to give us like denominators, 5, 6 plus 11. This is going to give us 17 over 5. Now, we have the option of converting to mixed numbers as well when we're done. This, in this case for 14 over 3, what that ends up being is you divide 14 by 3. That gives you 4. 4 times 3 gives you a 12. You have a remainder of 2. So this also can be written as 4, which is the result of your division. 2 is your remainder, and 3 is your divisor. The same happens here. We have 17 divided by 5. We get 3 full times. 3 times 5 is 15. And then we subtract, that gives us a 2. So this is going to give us 3, 2 over 5. Now, let's take a look at instances where we have unlike denominators with improper fractions. Let's look at 5 over 2 plus 7 over 6. In this case, we're going to follow the same steps by creating, first of all, determining our least common denominator. So for 2 and 6, 6 is a multiple of 2, so we can safely assume that our least common denominator here is going to be 6. So we are going to have to rewrite this fraction right here to have a least common denominator of 6. So to do that, we need to find out a multiplier. What do we multiply 2 by to get to 6? That should be 3. So what we're going to do is we're going to multiply numerator by 3, denominator by 3, and that's going to give us 15 over 6 plus 7 over 6. So now we have common denominator or like denominators, so we can easily add the numerators. So this is going to give us 22 over 6. These are even numbers, so we can safely divide by 2. Divide by 2. So this is going to give us 11 over 3. And like I showed you earlier, 11, 3. It's going to go 3 times. We have 9. The remainder is 2. So this is going to give us 3 2/3. One final example on this, we're going to try 19 over 12 plus 35 over 24. So 12 is a multiple of 24, so our 24 is a multiple of 12, so our LCD is going to be 24. So what we're going to do, first step, like we've followed all the way through, is we're going to create an equivalent fraction of 19 over 12 that now has a denominator of 24. So if I divide 24 by 12, I get 2. So I'm going to multiply 19 by 2 and 12 by 2, and I'm going to add it to 35 over 24. So this is going to give us 38 over 24 plus 35 over 24. So now we have a common denominator of 24, so we can add our numerators together. So this is going to give us 73 over 24. Now we will now divide 73 by 24, so that's going to give us 3. We got 72, 1, so this is the same as 3, 1 over 24. Next, we will look at mixed numbers. We're going to add mixed numbers, and with mixed numbers we have an instance where you have an integer and a proper fraction. So let's start off with mixed numbers with like denominators. So we'll start with 3 2/5 plus 4 1/5. So what we're going to do is add up the integers. So that is 3 plus 4. So that gives us 7. Now we will now add the fractions together. So we have the denominator is 5 because they are common denominators, and then we have 2 plus 1, which gives us 7/3. One more. 6 1/18 plus 2 3/18. So we're going to add up the integers first. So 6 plus 2 is going to give us 8. And now we have common denominator of 18. So 1 plus 3, which is equal to 8 4/18. We can reduce 4/18 by dividing by 2. So this gives us 8 2/9. Now let's try an example with unlike denominators. I'll go with 5 2/15 plus 2 1/3. So the first thing we're going to do is add up the integers. So 5 plus 2 is 7. Now we have the fractions. We're going to deal with the fractions next. We have 15 and 3. 15 is a multiple of 3, so we can safely assume that, or we can safely say that 15 is the least common denominator of these two numbers. So we now have 2/15 plus, we're going to change 1/3 so that it looks like it has a denominator of 15. So to do that, we're going to divide 15 by 3, which gives us 5. So that means we're going to multiply numerator by 5, denominator by 5. So this is going to give us 7. Common denominator is, so this, before we get there, this right here becomes 5/15. So we now have 2 plus 5/15. This is going to give us 7/15. One more example. 2 3/7 plus 1 2/3. So here we have two prime numbers in your denominator, so we can safely assume that, actually we can say that the denominator would be 7 times 3, which is 21. So what we're going to do is we're going to add up the integers. So 2 plus 1 is 3. Now we're going to rewrite each of these fractions here so that we have a new denominator of 21. So in this case, we're going to multiply 3 by 3, 7 by 3, plus 2 by 7, 3 by 7. So what we have here is 3, 9/21 plus 14/21. So now we can add the numerators together because the denominators are the same. So this is going to give us 9 plus 14, which is 23/21. So here as well, we have an improper fraction in our solution. So what we're going to do is 23, 21. We have 1 and then 21, 2. So this is going to give us 3 plus 1, 2/21, which is going to give us 4, 2/21. And let's take one final example. 1 3/11 plus 5 1/6. First thing we're going to do is add up the integers. 1 plus 5 gives us 6. We have 11, we have this is a prime number, and then we have 6. So your least common denominator is going to be 11 times 6, which is 66. So we're going to rewrite each of these fractions here such that they have a new denominator of 66. So what do we multiply by 11 to get to 66? That's 6. So we got 3 times 6, 11 times 6. In this case, we have 1 times 11, 6 times 11. So this is going to give us 6, and then we have 18 over 66 plus 11 over 66. So we are now going to add the numerators together because we have a common denominator. So 18 plus 11 gives us 29 over 66. So this is how you add fractions together regardless of if they are proper fractions, improper fractions, or mixed numbers.